Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, and we are back with some more My Hero Academia. It's been a while since we've talked about this on the channel.
Indeed. No, huh. Well, of course, you were talking about it more since you were reading the manga and doing manga chapter reviews.
Yes. If you are new to the channel, or if you are subscribed to the channel that watches My Hero Academia content, because the last time we had My Hero Academia, which at the time was season 4, Heroes Rising was about to come out, and I really wanted to see that, but I heard that it had spoilers pertaining to the manga for the time, so I essentially read ahead. And now, if you look at my channel, I review the My Hero Academia manga on a weekly basis. So technically today, if you're a anime and manga fan of My Hero Academia, you're getting double the uploads today, because you're not only getting a My Hero Academia episode review like you're here watching this video here, you're also getting a manga chapter review with especially what's been currently going on in the manga, which I will say, I'll keep spoiler free, but it's been crazy. Mostly because it foreshadows the potential end of My Hero Academia. Anyways, we're back with season 5, the most, oh my god, one of the most highly anticipated seasons. And 2, we're finally back with some more anime of My Hero Academia goodness. Although, we just had to start off another boring ass episode until the end, but we're back. That's all I can say. We're back. My Hero's back. We got the manga and we got the anime back. Good. Anyways, like I said, this is My Hero Academia season 5, episode 1 review. And going forward for the rest of the episodes of the season, and going forward for the rest of my reviews, I definitely can't wait to talk My Hero Academia, because I'm just gonna be reliving some things I somewhat forgot from the manga I read to now seeing them animated. And also with my co-host being completely blind to everything ahead of him, it's great to see.
I prefer to be blind.
Reactions.
Unlike a certain someone to the left of me.
Hey, you should be glad that I know what to expect.
Whatever.
Anyways, like I said, I'm a manga and anime both for My Hero, but to my left, my buddy, my co-host, is an anime only. So,
well, depends on the anime.
Yeah. Depends on animes, but for My Hero, he's an anime only.
Yeah, because I rather not go into the manga because I want to watch the anime completely blind, unaware of what's going on. Wow. I'm not saying I'm against the manga, guys. So please don't start mad dogging me about it.
Yes, and also in respect for other anime onlys, if you are a manga reader of My Hero, please do not post spoilers in the comment section regarding future things coming. I know what's going to be coming in the future, but for obviously the viewers of the channel and obviously for my co-host's sake, please do not post spoilers in the comment section regarding anything that happens from the manga, when we're currently at the manga, till anything after this episode. Now, obviously, now that My Hero Academia is back, the tradition with good old My Hero is we get good old episode 0. How many seasons we're into this thing, and we're still doing a bullshit ass recap episode still to these days?
Welcome to the Shonen Jump anime universe.
Look, we'll talk about the episode in real.
They did the same thing for One Piece.
One Piece. They don't do the same thing for One Piece.
They sometimes do recaps. Yes.
Well, at the start of their episodes, but not a full-fledged filler episode.
Yeah, I remind you the many times the recaps are so damn long that it takes up almost the whole episode.
That was Dressrosa. Good God.
Don't get me wrong, I like Dressrosa, but that's the only issue.
Yes, but we're 5 seasons long, and we're still getting these recap episodes where Oh, we get reintroduced to our main character. Well, main characters and some side characters of Class 1A. Their quirks, their names, their hero names, yada yada yada. I hope by season 6 they stop this, please. Like, it's really starting to get repetitive. Like, I understand who the characters are. I know. Well, I forget their hero names. I just call them by their names.
And I guess,
Of course they have.
at this rate, then it's probably a good thing that they showed us so that we can remember their names.
Well, you should.
good.
Well, regardless. Anyways, this episode was kind of centered around, I will say, out of all the filler comeback episodes, reintroductions, I would say this is the best one. Because we actually get some pretty good, decent action. The only one I would say that I like next to it is probably the season 3 introduction when they have that swimming episode. But here in this episode, we start off essentially with some of the Class 1A characters talking about what happened last season at the end with the Endeavor versus Hayanomu fight. Again, we rage because they wasted 2 damn minutes talking or recapping that entire fight. If I want to see Endeavor versus Hayanomu, I can go back to season 4, episode 24. They wasted 2 minutes of my time recapping that fight, although it was epic as hell when the time came out. I don't want to see it again. Move on to season 5 content.
Good grief.
So they talk about that. They go into the full-fledged backstory about that whole thing. They make the comparison. Oh, Endeavor did the whole thing like All Might did, stuff like that. Deku talks a little bit about to Todoroki about it, and he's like, "Oh, I bet you're proud of your dad." And Todoroki's like, "Yeah, because we know Mr. Shoto is still not cool with his daddy."
Yep.
Sadly, hopefully that relationship gets fixed at some point in time.
Yeah. Hopefully. Of course, you would know already.
Yeah. Anyways, this is when we cut into the opening, and we're gonna give our opening thoughts on the opening. I'm gonna be honest, fan. Not a fan at all.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good either.
I would say that. I have the same feelings toward this opening like season 4 opening 2. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good. My only thing is I like season 4 opening 2 more because it's a catchier beat. It's the song starts like really slow. Like, it takes time to start out. I'm like, I'm not feeling the song. I'm not. Now, maybe it will take me some time to listen to it more, but to me, it starts out really slow. The chorus is actually pretty good. I like the chorus of the song when, you have all the characters doing their moves and stuff and then that's when the music's beeping. I like that part. But the startup is way too slow for me. Was that for you too?
Well, no, I didn't really have the problem with the start. I just have the problem with the rest of the song in general.
Honestly, if you ask me, I like the ending more than I like the opening.
Yeah, the ending is pretty good.
The visuals in the opening too, they're all right. Not the best. The only things that I was really intrigued with was when the characters were doing all the respective moves. What I can't wait to get into, the previous One For All users, when you see that quick shot in the opening, in their respective different colors. Definitely can't wait to see them finally interact with my boy. And then obviously you get the nice little paneling at the end where you have Class 1A together with My Hero Academia in the background. That was cool. But okay. Essentially what happens is, what I found funny is Aizawa walks in and this man's like, "The bell already rung, you should be sat down in your class." Oh, you already sat down. He talks about the fact that they all got their provisional licenses, and that doesn't mean they can detour from whatever they need to do. He brings up the fact that Bakugo and Todoroki are still in their supplemental courses, still taking their things. And then we get a huge alert, and it's like, villain in the area, yada yada yada. Get dressed. Essentially, Deku gives his whole speech of saying, You know, only 80% of the world's population, yada yada. We know the story. Together with my friends and me, we'll save the world and I'll be the world's greatest hero. Yes, we know.
Nothing more comedic than watching my friend get all ranty.
I'm sorry. If I look, I like the episode, guys. If I feel ranty, I'm just getting sick and tired of these recap episodes. Like, no lie, I'm getting sick and tired of it. Like, season 6, when season 6 happens, they need to stop it. Or when the more serious stuff starts to happen. And if you know what I'm talking about for you manga viewers, especially what's currently going on in the manga right now, there's no way there can be freaking recap episodes at the start of a season going forward after this season. And I'll just say this is the last time we're gonna get these happy-go-lucky moments between our characters. So when you see our characters smiling and everything, yeah, it's gonna be the last time you see that. Well, not the last time, not occasional giggles, but it's gonna get darker after this arc.
I'm kind of scared, low-key, after hearing that.
Honestly, it's actually pretty terrifying. It is. Like, to see when they have the tone shift, I'll just say this show's different.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they get ready. They get into their hero clothes and everything. It's not their winter clothes that we see in the opening yet. That's not until the Class 1A versus Class 1B stuff happens. So what we see here essentially is them just preparing in a hero evacuation thing, like save the hostage and stop the villains. So eventually they split them to teams. We get a funny scene with Mirio just floating out in the lake. He's like, "Help me, save me!" And I'm like, oh, I don't know what looks funnier, the fact that he's floating in the water looking like he's using his quirk, even though he doesn't have his quirk, but he's like, "Please help me," and he's smiling this entire time. As you see, go ahead.
He's all looking up in that one scene, like spinning. In my opinion, that's the funnier part.
Yeah, and then it's funny because he's acting like this, and the next thing they come over to the bridge, you just have pieces of the bridge falling. He's like, "Please help me." Well, he's a great actor.
Mm-hmm. Even though he smiles the entire time.
Yes. Todoroki does some like ice freezing abilities to freeze the burning things that are on fire, and stuff like that. And tell us who are our two villains, buddy.
The other two big three members. Oh boy. Go on.
That you're gonna specify their names, but okay.
Oh, Nejire and Amajiki. Oh my god, I gotta get used to his name.
Yes. They're the big bad villains of the episode. Well, yeah, they're the faking to be villains in this episode. It's funny because Nejire is like, "We're villains now, so guess what? You're gonna have to deal with us." It's always great to see Nejire, and not for fan service reasons, even though I do like me some Nejire.
Say that to the amount of people ranting about that.
Yes, I know. Although, it's good that we get more Nejire here, because it's not like she gets any screen time. As to the two.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, one of my criticisms from the whole overhaul arc when they were introduced, the fact that they barely gave a lack of backstory for her. Like, we still don't even know. Like, I'm gonna be honest, in the manga, we still don't know why she wants to be a hero.
So I guess at this point, she's not gonna get a big role at all.
I will say in a future arc, she's in a big battle with a lot of main characters, and that's really the only memorable thing I can think of what she does, other than that little sprinkle she did in the overhaul arc and when she was first introduced, and I guess the whole beauty pageant thing. Horikoshi's not like what's going on in the manga currently, They put more focus to future heroes. I won't say what's specifically going on in the manga, but I really want to see Nejire Hato like not be a big focus, but get like an understanding of what her character. Like we got the understanding of Mirio and Tamaki in like honestly the same episode for their same respective backstories. Like we're just gonna leave out the third member, like she means absolutely nothing. Okay.
Pretty harsh. Pretty harsh.
She does some things, but again, she doesn't really do much. Now as for Tamaki Amajiki, this man's so depressed he's like, I
want to go home.
I don't want to go home. And Nejire's like, you gotta do this, man! Come on! So eventually what happens is they end up getting into a fight. Amajiki's like, all right, fine. I guess I'll have to fight whether or not, since I'm a villain now. He makes a mention that Hagakure is gone because he's like, wait, isn't there supposed to be one more of you? And Hagakure, because she's Invisible Girl, and essentially she can take off her gloves and her boots, she manages to, well, obviously trick Hato. What they do is have Sero grab Hato by the tape, eventually, or no. First, what happens is they have Ochako do her release. It drops, I believe, who was it at the time? Mina? Yeah. Then they have Sero tape her up, and then Hagakure essentially does the solar flare and blinds Hato. She's captured. Eventually, you have Ojiro try to fight Amajiki, but he gets tied up in the whole thing. Eventually, Deku gets involved in it, but Deku, like a freaking idiot, does not go in for, I guess you can say, the kill shot and just knock Amajiki out.
Yeah, I kind of did not expect that. Like, what do you mean, Deku? What if this was the real thing?
Yeah, and even Amajiki's like, dude, I'm a villain. Why did you hit me? And I'm like, Thank you. Oh, good job. You just shat on Deku's character. Oh, doing the whole card, but he's my friend. I can't hit him. Dude, you're in a drill. And if he was getting tested for this, he would fail.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way you can just stop midair. And he looked like he was about to attack him. And I'm like, punch him. And then he's like, just holding him like, he's like, stop. I'm like, you're my favorite character, but I forgot. Deku is in the current Deku. What's going on in the Deku in the manga right now? He's still Deku from this era. Trust me, for the Deku haters, you'll like his character going on in the future. But eventually, that makes Deku kind of get kicked to this curb, and it looks like, oh, guess what happens? But then you got my boy freaking Bakugo rolling up in this freaking car, and you got freaking. First, you had Kirishima attack Amajiki, and he's like, Red Riot, which I like because they were both in the same agency, Pac Gum's agency, and then. Oh my goodness, man. What's Electric Boy's name again? I keep forgetting. See, maybe I should have these recap episodes because I can't remember. Kaminari. Okay.
Oh my.
This man Bakugo had Kaminari have these car wires, essentially hot wiring a car in his mouth. He's like, go faster, damn it! I need to freaking do this thing. He goes and he essentially beats up Amajiki pretty simply and easily. And it comes to the point like, oh, it's over. They saved the day. Then Bakugo, like classic Bakugo fashion, is like, I don't care. You're a villain and you're going to die. And I'm like, oh God.
I should have gone home, he said. I should have just stayed home, he said.
Yeah, he's like, I should have just stayed home. What I found funny when they did Bakugo's interaction are his little thing, his quirk name and everything. His hero name says undefined. Essentially, he doesn't have essentially a hero name yet.
Yeah, not yet.
which is again very hilarious that everybody else in the class has a hero name. He's the only guy that doesn't have a hero name because people don't like the choices he made.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. His choices so far were basically the same things, like something murder or something.
Yeah, that definitely funny. Now that's where the episode essentially ends off, and we get what I would say a pretty nice looking ending. Then we get post-credit scene that ties in finally to get canon logic, not this filler bullshit. So, since you're the newer guy, what were your thoughts? Or run our thoughts through the post-credit scene of this episode.
Oh my god. Let me just say, I did not expect it. That's all I can say. Like, what? Could what Cameron been saying be true? Oh my god.
You want to tell our audience what the post-credit scene was?
Yes. Endeavor. After defeating that Nomu, suddenly met Mr. His name again?
Bobby.
And
who may or may not be Endeavor's son.
Yeah. I think you know, right? And then later on in the episode, we see that the League of Villains, Hawks, met with the League of Villains in secret. Like, what does this mean, man?
Yes. So, I'm guessing this means Hawk's traitor confirmed.
So he's been the traitor the entire time?
I'm not going to specify anything, but it could be. He could be.
My goodness.
Yes. Apparently, Hawks is meeting with Dobby in the end of the episode, and it seems like he's working with him in some sort of setup.
Yep.
And let's be wary. His character, when we first met Hawks back in season 4, he was kind of an oddball.
Yes, he was.
So, if he turns out to be a traitor, this could be very, and I mean very bad for the heroes. Because now he can essentially feed the League of Villains information that the heroes have.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they want to do, say, a raid on them, he can just tell them, you can be prepared. We're about to do a raid on you guys.
The question is, what does he hope to gain?
Who knows? And the crazy thing too is Hawks does look like a villain.
I mean, kinda.
Well, I would say the face. The face makes him look like a villain.
Yeah, kinda. But then again, so does Eraserhead.
Yes. I found it quite funny that Dobby was like, "Oh, it's the first time we meet, Endeavor." Again, for the anime only is hinting at the fact: could he be Endeavor's son? Could he not? Could he be the mysterious Toya Todoroki?
Oh my god! Find out next week on Dragon Ball. No, not Dragon Ball Z. My MHA.
Yeah. Next week's gonna go, I guess, a little bit more into what Hawks is doing, and it seems like Deku is gonna be learning more about the history of One for All and All for One.
That was actually freaky when I saw that preview.
Yes. I will say next episode is gonna be good, and we can officially call next episode not episode 2, episode 1.
I guess so.
Whatever. The episode was fine. It's all right. It's your typical filler recap episode of remembering things you know. Nothing more to say, so I'm not going to say it's bad because it's kind of in its own tier of episodes, to be honest. I'm just glad Hero Academia's back, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other than that, I guess we're going to get out of here. And, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode, your thoughts on the Dobby and Hawks meetup. Do you think Hawks is a traitor to the heroes? Please put that in the comment section. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Do not post spoilers in the comment section if you know what happens in the near future for My Hero Academia. Because, hey, we want to keep it respectful to the anime only people checking out this video. Other than that, yeah. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content. Like I said earlier in the video, this is going up alongside my Hero Academia manga chapter review. So if you are a manga reader, and you like watching anime and you want to get my thoughts on the most recent manga chapter, go there. And there you can bring up any spoilers you want. So yeah, other than that, guys, that's kind of it. So we're gonna get up here. This has been Camfrey15
and the Red Wolf.
And we'll see you guys next Saturday for My Hero Academia. Oh, I almost forgot. Another My Hero Academia's whole type of news station to tell you about. The third movie, I completely forgot. So the third movie, My Hero Academia Movie 3, which I never thought would happen. I thought they literally said My Hero Academia Heroes Rising was supposed to be the last movie, but I guess more movies, more money. So hopefully the movie does not come into like production issues with the 5th season. I'm really praying for that because apparently that's what happened in the 4th season with Heroes Rising. That's what affected kind of the animation not looking as good as it did later on in the season. Two, the movie's titled My Hero Academia, the movie Heroes World Mission. Which, okay, interesting. The premise on the trailer essentially is, because it's like a 30-minute trailer, essentially Deku apparently is under arrest for being a mass murderer.
I'm sensing of Toga.
Yeah, very interesting. You were saying?
I'm right here, lagging.
You good?
You're kind of freezing there a little bit, so
I can hear you better.
Okay, that's better.
Your thoughts?
Okay, then you listen again. What?
I said.
Wait, you're freezing, then you're coming back. You're freezing, then you're coming back.
Hold on, guys. Let me fix this issue. Okay, we're back. You were saying about the movie?
I said I'm sensing the work of Toga at work.
Potentially. The trailer for its 30 Seconds of Glory looks really good. I like the new costumes Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki are all wearing. Like, I like the all black. It looks really good on them. Listen, it's only a 30-second trailer, but I'm already invested into this. And I don't listen. I will be shocked if this movie somehow tops Heroes Rising. Because I thought Heroes Rising was one of the best anime movies I've seen.
Definitely.
I'm like, if they come up with a third movie, how are they going to top Heroes Rising? Well, it seems like they're doing this whole Deku thing of apparently him being a mass murderer and some other stuff. But yeah. Go ahead.
The question is, who did he murder? That's the question.
Or who did the person framing him murder?
Yeah. Who do they claim he murdered?
Yeah. We see Hawks in it. We see actually Tokoyami in it. We see Endeavors in the trailer. And we see another, I'm not gonna give the name away, but a character who if you read the manga, you know of it's a character in Endeavor's hero agency, but I'm not gonna say who it is. I don't know when this movie's gonna take place in terms of continuity. It seems like it's gonna take place sometime in season 6, which means it's another movie that is probably ahead of season 5, or ahead of this current season. So unless now this movie comes out in Japan right now. This movie's only coming out in Japan. There has been no when it's coming out here in America yet. It's coming out in Japan in August. Hopefully by then things are better in terms of the pandemic. I know some states have started to open up movie theaters again. I know for California, some locations have opened up movie theaters. And I envision when this movie is going to be brought to theaters, it's going to get the same type of damn advertisement like Heroes Rising was. I remember when Heroes Rising was first coming to theaters, that movie got advertised like out of the ass here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, if you ask me, other than Dragon Ball, the biggest anime that probably gets advertising is probably My Hero Academia. And yes, if you have other things like Attack on Titan, anything else, I would say, okay, yes, but if we're being real, My Hero Academia is probably like, next to Dragon Ball, the second biggest anime in America.
Mm-hmm.
Are the most well known in the public, I guess you can say. You know, it's just crazy. So I figured that the advertising for this movie is going to be really good too. Also, one more thing before we get out. I know we're making this video long. If you are an English dub fan for My Hero Academia, do not ask me whenever the season 5 episode 1 English dub episode is coming out or when the dub for the anime is coming out. I do not know that. I literally don't. I thought they were going to do the whole typical, you know, dub and sub release, simultaneous release. They didn't do that. So if you go to Funimation.com, you're going to get the subbed version. So if you really want to watch the dub version, you're going to have to be patient and wait. Because typically the dub version is going to be behind the sub version. Sadly. I like the dub, but I don't mind watching the sub.
Yeah.
So please do not be in my comment section. When's the dub coming out? When's the dub coming out? I don't know that question.
Do you ever get those comments actually?
No, I don't. It's just, you know, some people are dub fans and I understand. I love my English dubs. It's just sometimes people can be a little bit over picky about when the dub's coming out. But the dub will come out. We just gotta be patient, guys. And then we can hear Justin Briner, Clifford Chaplin, you know, Lucy Christian, everybody, right? Christopher Sabat, even though nobody really likes him anymore.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's been stemming from the whole Dragon Ball Super Broly incident.
Dang.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah. Other than that, we're officially gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Till then, guys, we'll see you guys next Saturday for our episode 2 review. Again, I'll see you guys later today for My Hero Academia manga chapter 307. Till then, guys, take care and stay safe up there. Peace.
Peace.